Hello Exiles and welcome, this is Fusion Gaming and welcome to my series of tips and tricks and how to get through the acts faster. Today we are going to be going through Act 7. Now there is a zone in Act 7 which is one of my favourites, but everybody hates it, so we'll come to that later on. So there hasn't really been any substantial comments apart from one which is something which not many people are aware of, so I'm just going to quickly just show you this. So I'm just going to just refund these points. Yes, that's fine. So once somebody asked, obviously, how do they allocate the skill points so fast? So the way that you do, obviously, you allocate your skill points is if when you press your passive skill tree, if you press Control and hold Control when you click, it automatically allocates it. You do not need to press Apply. So if I hold Control, click, I hold Control, click, it automatically applies the change. I don't have to click, press apply, click, press apply. Does that make sense? Just kind of saves you, again, precious seconds just literally by holding Control. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run through Act 7. So there are a few zones. There is only really, I think from here, so I know you have to go there, then you have to go back to town once there. Then from there, no, stop there. So you only need to come back to town once until we get to the around about the Causeway. Then we can come back to town again and we will get a bunch of skill points. Okay, so I'm going to run through them. So first of all, first thing you do is just run straight through the axe, straight through the axe, straight through the town to the broken bridge. Again, very easy navigationally in this zone. You literally just follow the path on the floor, kind of like the riverways, kind of like the Western Forest. You literally just follow this path as quickly as you can and you will get to the door. Now 9 times out of 10, and the door is always on the left side. So it'll always curve round to the left like that, and then it will then be on this left wall over here, like this. You're then in the Crossroads, which you will be familiar with, obviously with the Broken Bridge and the Crossroads from Act 2. Again, with the Crossroads, follow the path until you get to the waypoint, and exactly the same as in Act 2, you have a crossroad where you can either go north, south, or west. Now, for the purposes of this and for the purposes of the axe, you always need to go south. You cannot go to the Chamber of Sins without the quest that is in the crypt. If you try to go there, you are going to have to double back. So go south till you get to the Fellshrine Ruins, and again follow the path. Now if you remember what I said in Act 2, that you keep going until you find the archway. The same rule applies here. If you notice, there's a bit of similarity here between these acts. There is your archway here. So yeah, once you go through the archway, go north, east, and then the door should then be just to the right of you down here for the crypt. Now in the crypt, level 1, you can pick up the waypoint. There is a Trial of Ascendancy. So you are going to have to kind of navigate around this zone just for a couple minutes, maybe, just till you find the Trial of Ascendancy. Now, I always like to go to the right. There is the door for downstairs, but we haven't found the trial yet. So we need to keep going. So again, I'm going to head to the right, and hopefully there we go. Now, it's not always to the right. I have had it to the left, and I have had it south. So it's a case of just navigating, but it's quite a small zone, this. It's not overly big, so you should be able to find it fairly quick. Once you've done the trial, you will then need to go downstairs. Now with this zone, so this is now the Crypt Level 2, what I like to do is these bridges that go across to the middle, what I like to do is go along those, because 9 times out of 10 you will then get to your objective if you follow this. Now this zone, there it is. This zone is quite it's not used, again, it's quite small, it's not overly big. Like, there we go, we've kind of pretty much navigated the entire area. So, and it's usually in the corner, in the far corner from where you have spawned in. So the opposite corner, hopefully. So it's down here. You would then obviously trigger this container of sins, and it will then drop you Maligaro's map. At this point, you then have to take a portal or log out back to town. Take your waypoint back to the Crossroads, and then it's at this point now you can go north, and you can now go to the Chamber of Sins. So we then go up the stair, up the ramps, like in Act 2, wherever the ramp may be. Oh, there it is. I walked straight past it. So there's one ramp. There should be one more. There we go. And then there's the door. Again, similar to how it is in Act 2. Again, once you're in the Chamber of Sins, remember what I said? So I usually go left. I usually go through one door. And then I usually try and go right when I can. So we'll try and go right here. And we are now, because I'm gone upstairs, we are now looking for this big circular room, which is here. It's usually smack bang in the middle of the room. Make sure you pick up the waypoint, because you are going to need it. Speak to Silk. He will be in here, and he will then give you the option to then put your map device in the map device that's here. Now, because I've already completed this, it will not allow me to show you. But once you put the map device in there, it will then open up a portal to Maligaro's map. Now, in that map, because I can't show you, I'm going to have to do it on this. You will spawn usually like here. And the islands usually are weird, like square shaped, and there will be a bridge across to another square shaped island, and then there may be another bridge up to another square shaped island, and then up here there will be the door for the boss. Now the thing that takes the longest is finding these bridges, because they can sometimes be over here, and then this path may then lead up there. It may go over here and then lead that way. So it's a case of, best thing to do is just, when I walk in, I usually just go straight to the corner, down to the corner. It's usually in the corners. So it's in the 4 corners. And it obviously, so when you walk in this one, it obviously is not going to be in this corner. So I straight away, I usually go straight up, straight right, straight down, and you'll find it as quickly as possible. Very similar to how we did with the Act 3 Dominus's Tower. Kind of head towards the corner, okay? Once you've killed Maligaro, he will then drop the black venom. If you then take a portal back to town, you can then take the waypoint back to here, and you will then need to speak to Silk. He will then give you the key, and the key will then take you to the 2nd floor. Now, if you remember what I said from Act 2, remember when I said that wherever this waypoint is in the room directionally, this is your guide as to which direction you need to go for level 2. So if it was at the south of the room, so let's say the waypoint was here, then we would go south. If it was on the left side of the room, then we would go west. But on this occasion, it's on the east, so we would go this direction, go in a straight line, do not deviate, and you will then come across the door for level 2. Now, down on level 2 of the Chamber of Sins, there is a waypoint. Sorry, not a waypoint. There is a Trial of Ascendancy, which you will need to do. Again, navigationally, I cannot really help you because I have had it in nearly every direction that I can think of. Usually I aim for the top left corner, which is what I'm doing right now, and to try and see if it's up here, which it isn't there, but I'm going to backtrack and see if it's up this way instead. Yeah, there we go. So top left. Now, the passage to the next zone, very similar to the Chamber of Sins in Act 2, it can be in the bottom left or top right. Again, do you remember we're looking for this corridor? I've already found it. There's a corridor connected to a long corridor, connected to a long corridor, connected to a long corridor. That's when you know you got the right way. But I recognized it just literally from this intro bit here, just because this is, I could see on the map that it was like a long corridor. Once you do that, just navigate all the way up to the top. There'll be a few monsters to kill at the top. If you want to kill them, you can do. Come back down the other side, and there'll be a switch on the wall that you'll have to flick, and that will open the passageway to the den. In here, get the waypoint. in here, what I usually recommend is just to hug the wall, hug the left wall. So in here, just run along the left hand side of the wall all the way up, and you will eventually get to the door. So I'm just screaming through this area now. Obviously, as you can see, there we go. There's the door, which is the Ashen Fields. Now this zone is got a lot of density. So again, if you get to this point and you need to level, a good place to level is within this zone. Okay, there's a lot of monkeys and a lot of density. Like, I'm just going to stand here, just look at this density, like all around me. Okay, easiest way to navigate is follow the path, and you will get to this door, which is the forest encampment. Now this is actually Act 2. This is the town of Act 2, but you are now having to kill all these enemies, and you'll have to kill this wolf, which is the enthralled dire wolf, and then you'll have to kill Groost, who has been possessed by Ruslatha. Once you've killed him, he will then he thinks Sin then obviously comes in. You then leave to the northern forest. Now in this zone we are looking for the Dread Thicket. First thing I do as soon as I hit the waypoint is go left, and I will go all the way down here to the wall. Now the reason being I do this is because I have sometimes found the door. I have literally traversed this entire area, and I have found that the door has been hidden in that bottom left corner. What I then usually advise is follow the left wall up, and if you don't find it, then it'll be somewhere in the middle, but 9 times out of 10 you should find it because it's on this left wall, like here, the Dread Thicket. Now down here, navigationally, I cannot help you because the fireflies will all spawn randomly for every single person. So it's just a case of navigating around this zone. You will have exclamation marks and markers within your map to tell you where to go. Whilst you're running around, you will sometimes get to this door, which is the Den of Despair. Make sure that you go down here and kill I can never say it. Is it Grathukul? Grathukul? Yeah. Kill this big bear. He is a skill point, so you will want to kill him. Then continue running around this zone until you have got all your fireflies. Once you've got them all, it will say at the bottom of your screen, deliver the fireflies to Yena. At that point, if you are near the exit here, I would just run out of the exit. If you're all the way down at the bottom of the map and it's easier for you, then you may want to go back to the waypoint. But bearing in mind how far the zone is up the map, you will have to run through all that area again. Sometimes it is quicker just to literally run back to the door. Once you come out the door, go east to the sea, and then follow the coastline up, and you are looking for a bridge that goes across to the Causeway. When I find it. Here we go. Here's your bridge, and here's your Causeway. Again, navigationally in the Causeway, the direction that I usually go is usually in the direction that we've started in going, which is like a northeast direction. I usually head in this direction until I cannot go in that direction any further. So I just keep going this way, this way, this way. As you can see here, I can traverse that, but you are going to need a movement skill. So there we go. Keep on going. You will meet Alva within this zone. I will discuss Alva in a later video, but for now, I would just, if you want to just skip her, carry on. Now, as you can see here, I cannot go this direction any further. Now, the door for me has never been south. So at this point, I would then backtrack and go north and follow this instead. And you should then get to the waypoint. There we go. There's the waypoint. Then, once we get to the waypoint, I would then carry on going in the direction that I was. And if I can't go northeast, then go north. And you are looking again for another exclamation mark on your screen, which will be this chest here. And you will get Kishara's star. That is your other skill point. It's at this point I would then advise you to now go back to town and go and get your skill points. You will get 1 skill point for killing Groost, 1 skill point for killing the bear in the Dread Thicket, and 1 skill point for picking up this star. Okay, you will need to speak to Whalem for this one. Whalem is always down at the bottom of the pier, and some people forget about him. Now, this is the zone that I said that I enjoy, and most people hate this zone, and the reason why is because it's usually a humongous zone, and people will get very lost in it. Now, if I teach you this very simple strategy, and you might want to take notes on this, but it is very simple, and I would say 98 times out of 100, this zone will follow this method. Okay, and you will get through it in less than 30 seconds if you follow this method. Okay, first thing you do, run to the top of the stairs and go left and follow it until you get to the drop off. And you see this down here, the big blue drop off that looks like I could fall off a cliff. Once you get to this, head north. Okay, and you want to follow this drop off until you hit another wall in front of you. See, there's stairs. You need to hit an actual wall. And I think that was your wall right there. But I will double check it though. I think that was your wall. And I think it would be down to the right down here. Yes. So yeah, that was the wall. So we're going to go back because I just wanted to just double check. So what I would do is you follow it until you hit a wall. So the wall that we would have hit, hold on. So the wall that we would have hit is this one right here. This wall here. Once you hit the wall, you go left again till you get to the next drop off. Then you go north for 2 seconds. You go 1, 2. As soon as you get to 2, turn right. Now at this point, if you do not see the waypoint and you are greeted with a wall like this, but you can see another wall on the other side, then you just need to go for another 2 seconds, and then go right and then go south. And the waypoint should always be in the middle over here. Now, just to prove that that works every time, what we're going to do is I'm going to go back when I can. Why can't I click the waypoint? There we go. I'm going to go back to the Causeway, and we're going to do that zone again, and I'm going to show you that it does follow that same strategy every time. Well, when I say every time, 98 times out of 100. There's been 1 or 2 occasions in probably the hundreds of playthroughs that I have been through that it has changed tack and it has changed route. And you know when that happens, because when you go up the stairs, in front of you will be the abyss, the big blue abyss. So again, there's your wall. So we've gone upstairs, hit a wall, you go left till you get to the edge. There's the edge, go north, follow it round, follow it round, follow it round till we hit another wall. There's the wall, go left, go north, 1, 2, go right, follow it in. There's the wall, we go up another 2 seconds, follow it down, and the waypoint will be over here. See? It's exactly the same. So if you follow that method, you should always be right, because some people get lost in this zone. They go all the way up to the top right corner, they go all the way north. No. So up the stairs, left to the canyon, follow the canyon till you hit a wall, left again to the canyon, and then go up for 2 or 4 seconds, and then go right straight into the center, and you will find it. Now you are in the Vaal. Once you've done this, when you've gone through the Vaal City, you are now in the Temple of Decay level 1. Now this zone, not the first zone, but every zone afterwards, follows the same strategy as, do you remember the ancient pyramid in Act 2? And someone said that the zone is always directly opposite the other door that you came in. Well, it is that same strategy for this pyramid. So once we get down to the first floor, which we're not there yet, when I get there, it's this one is usually just a case of I just kind of go in like a what is that, southeast direction until we get to the door for the stairs down here. Once you get to this, look at where we are right now. So we are in the far right corner. So what I want you to remember is, imagine this zone is like a big diamond. That is a very, very bad diamond. Why not just draw a diamond? There we go. And what you want to do is you want to go, so if we've come up here, we want to go that way because the exit will be over here. You literally want to remember that because you want to be heading in that direction, because if it's going south like this is right now, you are going to want to go north. So you want to go back up north, and then I want to go left, and then I'm going to want to go north again at some point, because you think about it, there's the door, so the exit will be over here somewhere, and there's your exit in a straight line. If I move to the right here, you can see the door. There's the door. There's your big diamond. If you follow that strategy on every floor going down, then that is how. So again, we are on the far right side. So again, I'm going to go up this time just to show you. And obviously, because I know that it's going to be opposite, I know that I need to go south. These, by the way, these broken bridges, as long as you have a movement skill, you can traverse those. I'm going to go up here, but then I'm going to go south again because I know that I'm going too far up and it won't be the same corner. It won't be in the exact corner if I keep going north. And there we go. There's your door. Same again. Now I'm on the left hand side. So now I know that the door is going to be right in the far right corner. So I need to go over here, over here. Just keep looking at your map for reference. So I know it's going to be over here, and then I'm going to probably have to go south like here. And there's the door again, directly opposite where we came in. Now, that's all well and good until you get to this zone where everything turns purple and green. That strategy does not work here. The way to get through this zone is very simple. 1 door, 2 door, 3 door, take the 3rd door and go straight up, and you always get to the boss room. It's always the 3rd door. And then you have to kill Arakaali, who does quite a bit of chaos damage, and then she's a lovely spider. She is phased, but she's only got 1 phase. There's the phase where she goes and eats Silk. Bye bye Silk. It's nice knowing you. And then she comes back, at which point then you can kill her. Again, she will drop a good chunk of items, go across the bridge, and you are now in the Sarn Ramparts, which is the first zone of Act 8. Now I am going to stop there because this is the first zone of Act 8. I appreciate if you have come to this video from any other video. So if you watched any of my other Act videos, if you haven't, then go and check out my channel. All of my other Act videos are there from Act 1 through to Act 7. So if you ever get stuck on any other acts, you're more than happy to go back and you can watch them all there. Going forward, I will be doing Act 8 tomorrow, as well as watching the reveal that's going to be done by Chris Wilson for Affliction. And Act 9 will be Friday, and Act 10 will be Saturday. What I would like to do, and I would like to get some feedback from you guys, is I want you to advise me on what you would like videos about. What is it that you do not know much about? What is it that you've not seen any videos about on YouTube? What is it that content creators in the past have never really gone into depth or detail about? Put it in the comments, and I will then pick that up over the next 3 videos, and I will say the same thing on the next 3 videos, and I will put them in to a bit of a brainstorm and try and figure out a sort of video to kind of cover everything if we can. If not, I may need to split it. Okay, but for now, let's finish there. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Stay sane, and until we meet again, have a good time.